I'm back! Let's go! Oh! I was about to cry all types of man tears. Amazon. Let me out of Amazon jail. All right, so here it is. The dreaded message that I received Tuesday, December 5th at 3:53 p.m. Absolutely disgusting. My heart sank. Hello, Michael Shear. As part of review, your seller account has been temporarily deactivated and your listings are not active in accordance with the Section 3 of Amazon Business Solutions Agreement. We've leveraged in a combination of automated means and expert human review and AI, whatever. We understand that this deactivation can be concerning for your business. Of course it is. You've shut me down. And so why is this happening? In order to ensure that customers can shop with confidence on Amazon, we routinely request additional documentation from sellers to verify their account information and confirm authenticity of certain items. At first, I'm like, oh, okay, I got this. I've heard about this before. All I gotta do is send in a couple of receipts, and we're gonna be back in business in no time. And here's my ASNs. Here's the brand. Nike, Nike, Nike. The free run 2018s, 10.5 size. The large tech fleece pants, and then the double XL black Nike Tech as well. Everything purchased from Nike or Nike.com. These were actually purchased from Nike.com. But anyways, this is the message that I got, that if you do go through this Section 3 counterfeit thing, be prepared. This is kind of what it's going to look like. They're going to ask you for documentation on at least these 3 items. I've seen others that have had like 15, 20 of them, which is insane. Listen, a crazy amount of counterfeit claim, and it's just done electronically. This is not... my account health was outstanding. I had no bad claims against me, so my health was showing well. And it's actually exactly the same right now. 204 account health, 0 complaints. Still 0 complaints. It's purely just Amazon doing a shakedown, essentially. Prove to me that you didn't buy counterfeits. Like, even without having any idea that there may have been something that was counterfeit. I'm not sure. Maybe it was returns. Maybe it's not. I don't know what their measures are that determine that they need to do a counterfeit check, but it happened. And so we're in it. And what did I do to get out of it? Because for the next 22 days, 22 days, I am in Amazon jail. And so anyways, guys, there's 3 things that got me out. And I broke them down to 3. It's kind of more than that, but I took it and condensed it where it's 3 easy takeaways here. So the first thing that I did was I had to present valid receipts. The second thing that I had to do was call into the account health specialist. This number right here is a little yellow button. And the third thing was add credit card information to this account info page. Obviously, I'm going to have this blurred out, but making sure that you have all the credit cards that you used in here in charge methods. The hardest thing to do was to make sure that you pick a different credit card per marketplace. So I had 4 credit cards that I used. So I had to put one in each. I'm glad I didn't use more than 4 credit cards for this, which is a note to self. Only use maybe 1 or 2 credit cards for your entirety of Amazon purchases, because if this does happen to you and you're using 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, you don't have enough marketplaces to add these charge methods in. And I don't know what they would do if I had 5 cards. There's only 4 marketplaces that I'm available in. So if I use more than 4, that would have been absolutely atrocious, and probably would still be in Amazon jail right now. So that's the quick and nitty gritty of it. Present receipts, call into account help support, and lastly, have all your credit card information on file with Amazon Seller Central. Okay, so let's kind of go a little bit deeper dive into each one of those. I literally have the receipts. So what I did, if you guys are not saving these receipts, you're about to be in a world of hurt the moment that this comes down. So I have every single purchase that I made at the Nike outlet right here. We're talking, I am so glad that I saved every single thing. So I went through, found the purchases for each one. So the first one was the 10.5 size. I forgot what they were. It's just black, the free runs, which sell like crazy, by the way. Those things are phenomenal. And so I went and got them, and I marked them up on the actual paper receipt here to make sure that whenever they were looking at it, it was quick and easy for them to find it. So I highlighted it. Also, wanted to make sure that they could verify that the store that was there, I don't know how well it's going to show up on there. It's not really doing well. But anyways, this is the Nike outlet mall that I have. It has all the information up there, has the digital receipt number. So if they had to call and confirm that this receipt was from me. Lastly, at the very, very bottom of these, these things are so long. Look at that. Anyway, at the very bottom of these receipts, you have the date of the purchase as well. Now, this is going to get become a big reason for being able to verify. So not only do you show the date at the bottom, but also right above that date, you can't see it on there, but you will see the last 4 digits and the type of card that was used. This is going to be very important for step 3 of this, is making sure that you have the credit card verified. So I have all my receipts. I also, because I made an online order for the large Nike pants, the Nike Tech pants, I actually had to get a copy. Now this is, I actually printed this off because it wasn't, for some reason, I don't know, it wasn't saving well. As you see, this is the Gmail. It kept on pulling up as a Gmail. It wasn't on the PDF. There was no attachment. So what I did, I printed it off, and then I scanned it, and then I cut off all this stuff up top so they wouldn't think it's just like a generic email sent to me. And again, it shows the credit card number. It shows me, my address. I'm going to, of course, have to blur that out. But you got to make sure that you have your name, your address, whatever's showing on your Amazon Central better be what's showing up on all these receipts. Because if it's not, if it's something separate or different from what you are showing, then I assume they will just reject it. And guys, I'm telling you, I got rejected at roughly about 20 times. I was sending in these receipts. I was just taking pictures, sending them in just like this. I gone on the scanner, scanned them in, put them into PDF. And I believe here, and now I'm going to show you on here after you got these physical receipts, I took the physical receipts because those were getting denied. So that's when I decided to put them into PDF. The PDF version also enabled me, after I was speaking with another host, or excuse me, not host, thinking Turo here, one of my other Amazon seller friends who went through this before. They said, hey, I send in my credit cards. I was like, oh shoot, I never thought about the credit cards. How do we make sure that we get those put together as well? So that we had the credit card statements along with the receipts to make a file that looked like, of course I'm not going to show you my credit card receipts, but what I made sure to do was I named the file. Hopefully you can see it on here. Large icons. I actually named each one of these PDFs the ASN that they are and what each of those items are as well. I'm telling you, I took so many different chances at this. So I had my Capital One, I had my Chase, I had my Amex. I have 2 Amexes, I have 2 Chases, 1 Capital One. I'm so thankful that I didn't use the second Amex on these purchases. So I only had 4 of the credit cards. 4 of the 5 credit cards that I use were only 4 of them were used on these 3 purchases. So again, got, I think, incredibly lucky. As you see, I took multiple pictures, different angles, different looks at it, several receipts, and it was just getting denied. What I had to do then was, I was like, okay, I'm going to try a different route at it. And this time I will put them in a way that I can actually notate each purchase with a different bar. So I said, hey, at the top, I have all these different purchases, when they are purchased, at what time, what credit card, how many different receipts are there. Making sure to notate with text in red, or if it was text in orange, and then capture that with the boxes that are in orange or the boxes that are in red. I also said how many units. 1, 2, 3. And then unit 4, unit 5, unit 6, unit 7, unit 8. All the units that I purchased, I wanted to make sure that they were counting them along with me. They weren't thinking that someone's getting skipped. And it was very important for me to make sure that I was being seen in the way that it needed to the Amazon support team. So they were beneficial in helping me try to guide me where I needed to go next. So although I showed you how I got it, what receipts were used, credit card statements, I did pull up all my credit card statements and then again notated, puts boxes around each of the different purchases, boxes around my name, my address, showing that this is my credit card, this is my credit card statement, and then being able to notate and put things together where they need to be put together so that they can see that this is obviously the purchases that I made. They're not counterfeit, came from Nike. You can even see credit card statement, boom, it said Nike or Nike outlet, Chesterfield, blah, 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 outlet. That was good. I think that was incredibly beneficial and the reason that I did get out. But with that's all came from the help of Nike's support team. This is the second point that I made about calling the support team. After my third one, and I don't know if this was intentional, it felt intentional. After the third or fourth time that I called in, they stopped accepting calls directly to my to my name. So what you got to do here is when you go to Amazon Health Support, you do the call me now. Then it asks, what is your question about? Help me, please. I didn't even know what to put in there. I was desperate sometimes. I was just like, I need assistance or whatever. I don't even know if they even read it. Then I type in my number here. 5667788. And then I hit call me, and then they do like this weird verification thing. You do the verification, you hit submit. It says, okay, you're great. And then there's another call me button, and they'll actually call your phone right there. But it started doing some weird, like, instantly disconnecting me. So it put me in the queue or whatever it is. Boom, disconnect. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like day 4. They are really trying to hold me out. Like, they don't want to talk to me. They're not gonna do this. I don't know, maybe it was something messed up, and maybe it was just a little moment there, but it just wasn't working for the rest of the time. I actually had to start using my wife's cell phone in this place here. Just like I just did, I had to put her number in here, call me, and then that would call. Also, on your own phone, whenever you get Amazon to call you, it's going to come up as a scam likely. And so maybe it was my telephone provider blocking that scam. But it's just weird because it worked at first, but then I just was not getting any calls. It was just saying dropped. But then every time I have it call my wife, we're on the same plan. It's on the same exact provider. It would go through, but it would come up and say scam likely. So just be aware that that's going to happen whenever you have Amazon give you a call back. But those people are incredibly friendly. They're pretty good to you as far as the account support team. They're like, hey, we understand this is a frustrating time. And I'll tell you, until the 3rd week, I'm getting people that I'm talking about. I'm getting the people that don't really speak English. Just a whole bunch of foreign people. No, I wouldn't say foreign people. But anyways, English is definitely not their first language. And it's not that it was hard to understand. It was just, I know that there were some things missing when we were speaking on the phone. But most of the time, generally speaking, they would guide me into the right direction. Or, hey, put this into your receipt. Hey, circle this in your receipt. Hey, make sure you add how many units are in there. Oh, hey, make sure you put the name. Make sure you're showing your name. Make sure you're showing the date. Make sure you're showing the address. Make sure, the problem is that it just took so many different tries because the seller support team, I assume that they work with other sellers, but at the same time, they are not able to speak with the back office people that are doing all the work of the investigation part. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I don't know if they're lying. It doesn't matter. But it sucked because I called and I called and I called. I'm telling you, making 2 or 3 calls, one every other day, because I would submit. 5 hours later, denied. Call. Submit a new one. 5 hours later, denied. God. And I'm telling you, the willpower, the strength that I did not have later in. The 3rd week was finally whenever I came to the conclusion, I was just not getting my account back. Lastly, adding my credit card information, which I already showed you that. Go get all your statements. The reason for me I had to print off my statements and then rescan them is because the PDF that Amex or Chase or Capital One or Wells Fargo will send you, so a lot of times it's going to be password protected. I assume they just do that to protect you. I mean, you already got it. I don't know. Maybe it's just to keep the authenticity of the PDF that they're sending you so that you can't manipulate it and be like, this is what you guys sent me. I didn't change anything. I guess that's what it is. I know I couldn't even resave it. I literally had to print it off, scan it back in, and then save that scan. So hopefully that's helpful. But anyways, guys, I got my account back. And it was the 3rd week. I finally, and it just felt right. Something felt right because I called in and I got an English speaking person, and this guy, was absolutely phenomenal. If there was a person in customer service that you want to, I'm telling you, if I own a business, this is the dude. The knowledge, the information, the insight. He was like, okay, here's what I need you to do. And he gave me that last little piece of information. Put your credit cards into the account info page. Submit again. I'm going to write notes on here. I'm going to say, making sure that, the other person can see it. Here's what I did. And so I submitted again. 5 hours later, denied. I said, what is going on? This dude just told me it was going to work. How are they just, and at this point, I'm like, they're just auto denying me. They're auto denying. They're not even looking. I know they're not looking. I call in. I get another English speaking guy. I said, hey, I did what this last guy told me to do. And I just had this feeling I just got auto denied. I don't think they even looked, because he asked me to submit the same thing, but with this tweak here of adding the accounts. Also, I had to write a little Word document. And so what I did in the Word document, I just wrote down everything. Here's the units I purchased. Here's what I did. Here's the account info. Here's the credit card numbers. Here's the statement. Here's the month of the statement. And here is, and to make sure, please note at the top to check the account information on the Amazon Seller Central for each individual credit card and their numbers. And of course, like I said, it was auto denied. They didn't even look. I know they didn't. It was just auto. The guy spoke on the phone. He's like, hey, I see the other person's notes. Let me look into it. Cool. On hold for about 5 minutes. He comes back. Hey, it's kind of as I expected or suspected. They didn't look at it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to submit an internal request for them to re-look at what you sent in. Here's the key, that internal request. I believe if it wasn't for me calling over and over and over and over again, I would not have my account back. Finally, at the end, I get this nice little message. And you guys are going to be shocked at this. And it is not what you think it is going to say. I get this message, December 25th, 5:32 a.m. in the morning. And this is about almost a full 24 hours after I get that internal request. And it says, we've received your submission but didn't have enough information to reactivate your account. And I'm telling you, I said, that's it. I'm done, man. They're just going to take my account. I guess I'm just going to default on all my credit cards. You know, I got all this money just sitting on Amazon. It's over. I just give up. There's nothing more I can do. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. I'm not the type of person that goes into depression. I don't want to be there, but I'm feeling like this is where it's leading. And it's just like, it's absolutely just draining my soul. And I can't continue to live and feel like this. And I just gave it to God at that point. And another day goes by. And as of the next day, I was just going and cleaning one of my cars. I run a Turo business as well. I'm cleaning one of the cars out. And I get an email from Amazon. I kind of look at it. I'm like, ooh, Amazon seller account. And it has this weird, like, non-space. I'm thinking, all right, is this some scam? It's 11:11 a.m. in the morning ish. Amazon.com seller account has been reinstated. And I perk up. I said, could it be? Hello, we've reviewed your information and we have reactivated your account. I said, what? You just denied me. How do you come back a day later? I just had to go and check my account. I'm like, is it real? Because at the top of your account, when you get deactivated, it just says it right here. You can't do nothing. You have 0 sales. Your balance is 0. Everything was back. I immediately click on total balances. Boom, hit that payment method. Oh, I sent that money myself. Baby. I was not playing around, making sure I got that money as quickly as possible. Because these credit cards got to get paid. Man. But we're back. And I just wanted to come on here and kind of give a full-length explanation of how to get this back. This is a long video, and I do apologize, and I appreciate you. Actually, not apologize, but man, if you went through this whole thing, you heard the story, you understand. I'm going to make sure I get a little cutouts and get the main points of this video, but this is hard. And if you didn't listen to the first 4 minutes, or you didn't go through this whole entire story time, and you're in it, you understand what I'm talking about when I say this is hard. Losing all your money and losing your feeling of worth in your own business, like something you created, and then somebody just snatches away and says you're not going to get it back for 90 days. They're just going to send you back your inventory, and you got to hope that you can return that inventory. You got to hope that you can get your money back because they have this counterfeit. I mean, could they just take your money and tell, like, hey, you were selling counterfeit stuff on here, so your money's not valid? Like, that's what was going through my head. And man, does it feel good to be released from that. Praise God. Praise God. Because I gave up. But he came through. Guys, if you need help with this, leave a comment. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe if this helped you in any way. Because there was nothing on YouTube helping like this. Big shout outs to a couple of people that helped me throughout this thing and kind of gave me hope along the way, because I definitely needed it, because I was bummed. I was down and out, felt like crap. But I had 2 really good people that are in the Discord channel with me. NQS, he is the one that kind of gave me a little bit of help towards the credit card information and getting that posted, or credit card statements, excuse me. Moose was coming through, was saying that he just got his beat. That gave me hope, knowing that if somebody else could do it, I could do it. Jen, where I don't see you on here, which is right here, gave me a Zoom call, was like, hey, I'm here to help. I mean, people are really out here. They want to do good, and if you don't have people around you that are just wanting to see you do good and that don't even know you from Adam, I'm just in a Discord channel called FBA Roadmap with Flips for Miles and Fields of Profit and all those other guys that are doing YouTube as well. They didn't necessarily help me, but the people, the community inside of it did. There's people in here that really want to see you succeed, that don't know you from a hole in the wall. And I definitely and greatly appreciate that. So shout outs to you guys for keeping my spirits up while I'm going through that. Shout outs to the wife for keeping me in it. Man, I was down. That's her fault right now. Actually, I'm going to have to wrap this up. All right, guys. If this was helpful, please hit that like, hit that subscribe. Tell me what's going on. Let me know. I want to help. I want to be like these guys in the Discord. I want to help you as well. So if there's anything I can do, give you any more details, any more information on what to do with this Section 3 counterfeit bogus claim that Amazon did to me, but we're going to keep going, man. We're going to keep selling this. I want to help you. Leave comments on this YouTube. Hit me up on Discord. If you're on the FBA Roadmap, go there as well. Guys, thank you so much for staying with me this whole entire time and being a part of my YouTube channel and helping me grow. I appreciate y'all. Take care.